We're the Robinsons. We closed with NACA on July 2nd of this year. So we've only been in our home for about a month now. We actually heard about NACA through a friend of mine who went through the program with him and his fiance. And they closed with NACA as well last year. So that's how we heard about the program. We actually didn't decide to do our first meeting until January of this year. After the qualification that happened around the time of the COVID-19 pandemic, but we were able to get qualified with the beginning of the virus when everyone was working from home. And then from there, we were able to, get fully closed on our home just for about 3 months.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got approved back in March, April, and then we got the final clear to close in the end of June. As long as you're on top of everything and then you have some communication with your counselor, it moves a lot easier.
And a lot of patience.
A lot of patience. So we purchased a home in West Philadelphia. We were able to purchase the price at $199,900. We actually got 3% seller's assist as well as the NACA Bank of America loan or grant. So that actually took off like a 0.5% on our interest rate as well. So we ended up closing actually at 1.875%. And Randy will describe the home, I guess.
Yes, it's a beautiful 3-floor home, is it?
Yeah.
3-floor, finished basement, nice open concept. I would say quiet block, but not really quiet. They have Play Street every day.
They have a lot of kids.
Yes, and a lot of kids. So it's a thing to get used to, but nothing too big. We're just learning how to, build a home with stuff and how much it costs and how much effort it is. But we're decorating and still putting things together now.
His favorite part of the room or the house, I guess, is the basement. Because that's the only part of the house that's pretty much done. His Ram cave has his Ram memorabilia as well as all of the pluses of a man cave.
Yes. It had to be the first thing to get done.
We still need a couch.
Yes.
But there's a couch in the basement. Matter of fact, you got the big screen TV, okay, his Xbox, the table with the Ram memorabilia, the flag, the lounging chair, the mini fridge, we're on the futon, and we have decorations, and his TV stand. Mind you, all this was bought. Mine is this chair and the table. Our house is actually everything together, PITI together, is $873 a month. For a $200,000 house, can't complain there. Our rent at the time was about $500, but we were staying with family.
Yeah, so family changed that.
Yeah,
made that
a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
But we can't complain because even with a 1-bedroom apartment we were looking before. 1-bedroom apartment be over $1,000 in West Philly or in Philadelphia in general,
essentially, yeah.
And nowhere near the amount of space that we need.
Exactly.
So $873, a couple $100 more than we're paying for rent, but
and a whole house.
We have a whole house,
yes.
And we're paying less than his friends paying for a house that costs $50,000 less.
Exactly.
The biggest thing I learned was follow the Facebook groups. That helped tremendously. Because it's like you have an issue that your counselor may not respond to, but the Facebook group, someone else had the same issue and you have at least another option to go to. So follow the Facebook groups, organize your files. Don't just have printouts. Like I had it organized on my phone, on his phone, backed up, subfolders, everything you think that they may need, have it in there. So if they ask for it, boom, here you go. Because I was like, I'm going to ask for it again. So
yes.
you download it, you save it, upload it to the file, and then if they need it again, you have it right there to send off. Don't be afraid to send emails multiple times. So you just always have to, communicate with your counselors, communicate with whomever you need to in, the NACA team, and know that, especially with the pandemic going on, they literally are just being ran to the ground right now. So some understanding is definitely needed. Also, not having the house already in mind, honestly, is going to help you a little bit more. Because if you already have a house that you're like, this is the house, odds are likely it's not going to get done right away. You kind of really have to be flexible in your thought process.
It means everything to being able to finally have somewhere to call home and to provide for my family. So I moved from New York after college about 7 years ago because my mother had brain surgery. So I wound up moving in with her before I met Alyssa, and we lived there for about 6-7 years, and helping her get back on her feet and everything like that was a bit of a burden, and me moving around from job to job trying to find stability. Once I found a job that allowed me to have the financial stability, I wanted to be able to get a home and a place to grow for my growing family. The other thing is my best friend is a federal agent, and he makes a lot more money than me, and he bought a house of, I say less for $150, but it wasn't as nice. So I'm like, I make a lot less. How can I get more for less? Just didn't make sense to me at all. Like that, I'm like, this is too good to be true. There's no way this is happening. Yes, I did think that it would never happen, and I actually thought that the NACA process wasn't real until we actually got cleared to close, and I said, okay, maybe this is real, something to this. But it happened. So far, so good.